Hello and good evening. It is 6:30 and it is time for Trisha Time with So Totally Trisha and me, yours truly, Trisha. So let's have a look to see who is going to join me this evening. Aha. So if you'd like to say hello so that I know you're there, that would be lovely. And if you want to tell me what you've been up to today, that would also be good. So I have children here, grandchildren here. They've just eaten their dinner and finished just in time. So we've got the eldest two granddaughters. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jack. Nicole and Francesca, who said they were going to be here, but they've disappeared now. Hello, Alison. And then I've got Charlie for a sleepover and Arlo, what is he? A Cocker Spaniel. He is a Cavalier. So he's enjoyed looking at what they were eating. Hello, Carol. So he was shut outside for a little while. Hello, Maria. You've been gardening all day. So now absolutely must be the time for sowing. I've had some gardening done. You're here now, Marilyn. Good evening, Mary. Oh, lovely to see you. And Dorothy. Oh, fantastic, Dorothy. That was a little bit of a nightmare, wasn't it? Hello, Susan. Hello, Liz. Yes, unfortunately, I was not here all the time to be able to do everything I needed to do. Hello, Vanessa. Hope you're well. And hello, Judith. Unfortunately, Victoria's poorly again, so it was a hospital visit. And, life has been absolutely hectic today. Hello, Nettie. Oh, fabulous, Jack. That's lovely. I'm glad it arrived. I had an extra thing to do today. Hello, Michelle. So with Mother's Day being on Sunday, hello, Marilyn. At school, they had a Mother's Day event. Hello, Sue. Hello, Patricia. Oh, I'm feeling very old today, to be honest. So an hour before the event, which Victoria was going to, she rang to ask me if I would go instead. Hello, Christine. Hello, Jeeta. Yeah, so I think we're well now. I think we are. Hello, Sarah. So I had to go down to school at 2:00, and then I had to get one ready and feed to go to a party about an hour away. And then my granddaughters arrived and then Charlie stayed here and I've had a gardener in all day. It has been manic. It really has. But now it's time to chill, I think. So we'll see if I can get away with an hour of peace. The girls are that little bit older. They are 14 and 12. Hello, Jill. So they can content themselves. And in fact, the oldest one will be crocheting. She is a lovely little crocheter. Hello, Joanne. And she's left-handed, but she's actually taught herself. I had a little bit to do with it, but it's quite difficult. Hi, Liz. Hi, Pat. Showing from a right-hander to a left-hander. Yeah, I feel I was going to have a nap today, but that didn't happen. But never mind. Now, you probably noticed this. The last time I wore this, hi, Beverly, hope you're doing well, was on the telly. So it's at least 2 years ago, if not more. So I dragged it out because I thought it was warm today. And when I went out like this, I thought it is still cold. Sun shining. It is Trisha time. Yes, it's time to relax. So, one of the first things I was going to say to you tonight is don't forget the PDFs. I have put a PDF up for tonight's project, which is this one. Oh, well done, Sarah. There we are. So this is tonight's little project, a nice little folding square. I've called it a square box pouch. Hello. Oh, Maria's a leftie as well. Yes, well, she taught herself and she's going to show me some pictures tonight of all the things she's made. Hi, Sandra. So the PDF is there. It is a template. There's no instructions because as soon as I show you, you'll know exactly what to do. Hi, Wendy. And that's there, but all the rest. Hello, Helen. Helen's one of our newbies, so welcome to the Sew with Trisha group, although this is not in the group. So those of you in the group, on Monday evening, there will be the giveaway, the fabric bundle giveaway, and on Tuesday will be the brand new bag because it's the 1st of April. Good evening, Pollyann. Lovely for you to be here this evening as well. I have to keep looking around, so I don't know what the dog's doing. Hello, Sandra. So please, hello, Sue. Download all the PDFs in the group because they will disappear on Monday evening. Hello, Jennifer. Secondly, Facebook. Ah, there we are. Jane saying welcome, Helen. Secondly, Facebook has made some more changes. I have just been made aware. Hello, Carol. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Jan. It is a bit cooler today. It looked nice. The sun was shining, but it was nippy. You are most welcome, Helen. I hope you enjoy. What you will find, Helen, in the group is there is the template in PDF format for this. It's in the section at the top called Files, and you just need to download it, print it, save it, whatever you would normally do. And all the other PDFs that are in there as well, make sure you download those. So anybody, this is an open page, a public page. So there will be people watching who aren't in the group, and the template, I'm afraid, is not available to them. It is just the Sew with Trisha members. Oh, daughter, absolutely, yes. So this is what we're going to be making tonight. Now, the next thing I was going to say, Facebook has made yet some more changes, which I have just been made aware of. And that is that they are putting more friends posts in your timeline, in your feed. Now, I feel the same as a lot of you. I hardly see anything from friends and even relatives from ages, for absolutely ages. So they've changed their algorithms, their policy, whatever. So there will be more of your friends' posts in your timeline, which means that there won't be as many So Totally Trisha feeds in the posts in the timeline. They won't be pushed out as much as they are now. So if you would like to send me a friend, if you're already a friend of mine, that's fine. You will see what I post. But if you're not a friend of mine, please send me a friend request and I will happily accept you as a friend. And that way, excuse me, what friends? I know, what friends? We've all got friends that we don't see. But yes, if you would like to sort of keep up to date and see as much as you're used to seeing, please send me a friend request and I will accept it. Because basically, I need you as friends for you to be able to see anything. Okay, Jill, lovely for you to pop in. You can see Arlo through the window. Is he out there? He is. They've popped him outside. His head is just poking between the chairs. Oh, bless him. He'll perhaps move to the side. Oh, the dog wants to. I know, he does. But he can go. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. He's wagging his tail. Do you want Arlo in there?
Well, I let him out that door because I thought he was scratching to come out.
Well, he's now scratching to come in that door.
What am I supposed to do?
All right, go outside and call him in. Grandad's in charge. It's all right, he's coming. He let him out the other door, and that's why he's come round here. So I'll take him in through the other door. Who knows what he would do in here? He is very cute. Martin doesn't like dogs, whereas I do. Oh, that's lovely, Beverly. That's lovely. Hello, Elaine. Lovely to see you. So that, to me, was a very important thing to tell you. And I would love some more friends. I haven't reached that 5,000 limit, so we're absolutely fine. Hello, Marion. Hello, Christine. Hello, June. So, as I said, I know a lot of you are friends, but if you're not a friend on Facebook, I mean, at the minute you can see whatever you want to see, but for it to continue, it is Friday entertainment, isn't it? For it to continue, if you're a friend, things will just carry on as normal. So I wanted to tell you that, just to keep you in the loop. So, are we ready? We've got quite a few people watching. Now, I'm not going to turn the camera around. I have put the voice enhancement on. Great. But I'm not going to turn it round. So you will still be able to see all of this, but it won't be the right way around because I get fed up with taking it off the pad and putting it back on again. And I can't really see what's going on. So let me tell you, or let me show you what we're going to do and to make this. So what you're going to need is the template. And the template looks like this. Okay. Hello, Tony. Hello, Carol. And hello, Heather. This is the template which is going to make. Oh, I didn't know you weren't my friend, Jack. Oh, well, definitely do. So this is just your standard fusible fleece, which I have on the website. It's £5 a metre or just £2.50 for half a metre. And, oh, that's what I was going to show you as well, but never mind. Just gone out of my head. So this is the shape of the template. You will need to cut the template in fusible fleece because we're going to do it in a slightly different way. I mean, I do this sometimes, but not always. But I just think it makes for a much better finish. So let's get the iron on the go. What you will also need is 2 rectangles of fabric, which are, I think they're 9 by 10.5. So it's basically a piece of fabric which your template fits onto with at least 1/4 inch seam allowance around each of these edges. So I've got my outer fabric there and I've got my lining fabric as well. So what I'm going to do first of all is actually iron on my interfacing, my fusible fleece rather, onto the wrong side of my outer fabric. So I'm just going to move this over here so we're a little bit closer there. So to start off with, I am going to pop some pins. So I'm just making sure I've got excess on these edges and pins. And I'm using the clover pins because they're flat. And the reason I'm putting them in is because I want to iron on this side. And quite often, when I go to flip it over, this moves and it's not in the right place. So, having pinned it, I can then turn that over and I'm going to carefully fuse my fusible fleece to the wrong side. Now, fusible fleece likes steam. Okay, so having done that a little bit, I'm just going to take the pins out. This is why these pins are good, because they are flat-headed. They're flat, and you can iron over them. They are silicone, so it's not a good idea to iron over the tips as a matter of course. But if your iron touches them, it won't melt. If you put the iron on, hold it there, it will melt. So, okay. Now, what we should do, and with any other interfacing, is leave this to cool. We should possibly leave this for a good 20 minutes. If you're using H640, H630, Styleville, Decaville Light, Decaville itself, you should leave them for 30 minutes so that the actual adhesive cools and it's got the proper adhesion. If you start using it too quickly, it could shift a little bit. But we're okay. I can feel that's cooled down a little bit now. So what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to move this round to the machine and you'll be able to understand what we're doing. But I'm going to put this this is the right side of the fabric here, and I'm going to lay my other piece with the right side facing down. Let's go up a little bit there, onto the top. So there is my fabrics are now right sides together. So again, it's not cut very straight, but again, I'm just going to pop a couple of pins in here to hold all those layers together, like so. And I'm going to stitch all around the edge, but I am going to leave, I think I'll probably leave it here. I'm going to leave a gap between here and here. So one of the straight edges and possibly one of the longer straight edges is best. So I'm not stitching in that area. So let's take our stitch length. I'm going to do about 2 because I want it to be nice and tight around these edges. So I'm going to start just here and I'm going to stitch all the way around. Just at the edge, I'm not stitching on the fusible fleece, I'm stitching just to the edge of it, right on the edge. So that is my guideline. So I'm just going to reverse at that first little bit and then pivot round and come down this little bit here and around here. Now I haven't got my phone with me, so unfortunately I can't see. Oh, there's Janet. Hello, Janet. You sent friend request, Michelle. Lovely. So I say a lot of you will already be friends, but by all means send me a friend request as well. I mean, I'm sometimes a little bit wary, and the only thing I do think is that there's so many scams these days, and Facebook accounts being hacked or cloned. I sometimes wonder if it is the actual person or whether it's a spammy one. So I do look into it, and I must say I do prefer if there's a picture on your profile rather than a grey, just a greyed shape. Saying that, I do accept friend requests if there is only a grey shape, because I sometimes think that perhaps these people don't use Facebook very often and they don't want to put too much on there. So, you know, if sometimes you've liked some sewing things, I know that you're genuine, and then I will accept the request. So as you can see, I am just going right around this edge, and as long as you go quite nicely, you don't want to go 1/4 of an inch away from it, but it will fit so much better if you stitch just to the edge. So I've got all the way back again to that next mark, and I've just reversed to hold that. So I'm now going to trim around. So I'm only taking that excess lining away from there. But I'm going to definitely leave, in this gap here, I'm going to leave that with there's a good 1/4 of an inch there. Whereas around here, the rest of it, I'm just going to cut to less than that, probably in between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch. So let's just trim that away all the way round. And what you will find when you make these, they are so quick and easy. Don't take too much fabric, and in actual fact, it will be layer cake friendly. You can actually get your template out of a 10-inch square. So we'll just go around this one as well. And, oh yes, I just felt as though I wasn't going through 2 layers there, but I was. Okay. So I've cut all the way around. Now into these areas here, I'm just going to clip in to my stitching. I'm not going to cut into my stitching, but if you happen to, all you need to do is go and stitch that little area again so that there's stitching there to hold it together. So let's take those pins out. Yeah, that's fine. So I've left that gap there. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do, I knew there was something there. I'm going to trim off these corners. So everywhere that there is an outy corner, I'm trimming off those bits, not cutting through the stitching either. And that one there, that's my wide seam. There we go. So we have all that trimmed off. You see all those edges there. So I'm just going to find, here it is. Here is my opening. And I am going to push it through to the right side. Now, the easiest way of doing this is to push your finger in to the opposite edge, like this. So push it right to that opposite edge and grab that bit, push it in with your finger. So that's the first bit to come out of the gap. And that way we can just turn it around like that and gently ease it through. It's not difficult, but it makes the rest of it just flow through nice and easily. Rather than trying to do the little bit at the edge and push it through, it is much more difficult. Okay, so we basically turned it through, but we now need to push out all those areas where we have let me get a paintbrush here. So through the gap, which is there, I'm just going to push into these areas here, just to push those out. And then we'll push that corner in a moment so that we get a nice point there. So just pushing the brush along the edge of the seam. There we go. And along there. And now you can see if there's any areas that you actually haven't stitched or the fabric wasn't lined up so that it's not stitched. And there we go. And just the one this side. And you can go back in, you just turn it back through. Okay, like so. And I'm just going to put now I'm using the side, these scissors aren't sharp on the end, but I'm just going to push that up so that we get a nice point in those corners there. And similarly there, that's it, that's come out nicely. And that's come out nicely too. And there. And there. This one's a little bit in. There we are. That's good enough, as is that one. Is that one okay? Yes, that one's okay. So I've now got my piece all turned to the right side. I'm now going to press it, and I'm also going to just tuck these edges in. And because the fusible fleece is there, it makes that bit just fold back to the edge of the fusible fleece really easily. So I'll just go like that. And then what I like to do is just flip that over, and then you can line up the lining with that edge like that so that we can then press it. So that looks nice and neat. And I'm just going to turn the iron on again and move it over to the ironing board here. And I'm just going to give this a good press. So nice bit of, just make sure that's all lined up nicely. And then press here. But it's because we put the fusible fleece on just one layer and we didn't stitch through the fusible fleece, but around the edge of it, it just gives a much more outlined, the shape of it and the way it lays nice and angular. There we are. Okay, so I'm now going to stitch all the way around the outer edge. So I usually like to start, oh, it's a bit of sticky on there, I don't know what that is. Oh, I see, oh, I've broken it, that's all. Right, so there is the gap in my edge. So I'm making sure that all lines up, and I'm going to stitch along here first of all. So I'm stitching close to the edge, and I'm just going to go around here, and to get it close to the edge, I'm using the inside of the foot, lining up with the outer edge of the fabric, and that just gives me a lovely stitch line, which is consistently the same distance from, there we go, from the edge. So when I'm coming into that corner there, I just go slightly past it so that we can swivel round and carry on stitching at the same distance from the edge. There we go. Really quite therapeutic, actually. There we are. And if you're making these for, say, craft fairs, because they are a super craft fair make, I am sure, you could have a lot of these cut out and do it in a little bit of a conveyor, right? If you're going to the corner, it's a little bit out. I quite often do a diagonal stitch across there. And more importantly, if you find when you pivot, you don't make the whole stitch and you get a long stitch there, if you stitch across that corner point, you will find that you get consistent straight stitches of the same size rather than a long stitch. Okay, so I've gone all the way around. I have stitched over those the first couple of stitches, and we'll just trim those away. There we go. A little bit still there. There we go. So I have stitched all the way around there. Now, this bit here, the biggest, the end that is the biggest, that is going to be our flap. So these are our side pieces, and these two sides are where we are going to fold it. So if we fold it, let me just get a ruler, which obviously there's not one in sight, but I'm sure I can soon find one. What we're going to do, I think these sides here, yes, they are 4 inches. So if you find the halfway point and just make a dot, and you can then, let's see where I've made that dot now. There we are, just there. Oh, that's it. And then the same on the other side. 4 inches. That's it, made a little dot there. And what we're going to do, we're going to stitch from this point to the dot and then back to this corner. So these inverted corners, we're going from here to the dot and out. And then also, just as a little added extra, I'm going to stitch from this corner into the centre and back out. So I do want to make a little dot here as well. So on this internal part, just there, let's put a tiny dot there. And then similarly here, like that. There we are. So we've got 2 little dots, 2 little markers. So now, as I say, I'm going to stitch from here out to the edge and back here. And then I'm going to stitch from here into the centre and out. So if you want to draw a line, by all means do. I'm just going to eyeball down here and then pivot, and I'm coming to this this corner here, this inverted corner there. So I've done that, and now I'm going from this outside edge to this dot here. So make sure your needle goes into the fabric, straight down here, and then straight back out. So what we have is, well, it makes it quite pretty. It's not crucial that you do it both ways, but it is important that you do one way. But I thought, because the first time I made it, I did it the wrong way and it didn't fold how I wanted it to fold. So if you do it both ways, it is going to be fine. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can see that now. So I'm going to do the same on this side here. It is easier to start in that little corner and come out to, I think that's my dot. There we go. And then into this corner here. And it's quite a good way of learning how to eyeball. And then from here, it is a good idea to stitch into fabric. There we go. So let's just make sure that's it. And then I'm going to this little marker that I did here. Okay. And then straight out here again as well. And then we'll just trim off that little bit of thread there, that little bit of thread there. Oh, and there's a little bit here as well. So they have all, and a little bit there. Okay, so we've done that. So only a little bit more to actually do. Oh, let's get rid of that one too. And there. Good to get rid of all those bits of thread. Now we're going to make the sides. So we need to pull up those two sides together. We're going to pull up those two. And you can see it starting to form. So let's pull those two together. And they line up beautifully. And I'm going to stitch along that line that I have that I've already top stitched anyway. So into I'll give that a reverse as well. Into my line of stitching and reverse at both ends. Similar with the next one. And they do just fit. They just fit perfectly, so it works. You could actually stitch further in if you wanted to, but I think it's quite nice to stitch on the line that we've already stitched. Okay, so we've got two sides of it there. Now we're going to do this side. So probably better that way. So we're just folding that down and it goes beautifully. So again, into our fabric, reverse, hold those, pin or binding clip if you want to, and reverse at the top. And then the final one here, fold that together, like so, and reverse, down that side, and back. So all I need to do, which I could have done at the time of stitching, is to cut off our little bits of thread. I don't like it when it stitches those in as well. So trim that one off. That one's fine. Trim that one off. And that one. And this one. You can see that I'm practically done, can't you? And don't you say how simple that was. So there is my little square box. And now because we stitched those lines, okay, this can fold down just like that. And they just, oops, where are, oh, there's a bit more thread there. Okay, so we can fold it down like that. And there is our little, oh no, I haven't got it out quite there. That's it, into those corners. There we go, like so. So there it is. Now all I need to do now is to get a bit of thread. All I need to do is find the centre here. So let's just put this, that is about 4. We can just put a little mark in that centre there. And if I put a pin through here, all the way to the bottom there, I can then put a mark just there where my other one is going to go. Okay. So, press. Here is my Vario press. And we also want our cam snaps. Is that white? Is that cream? Can't think whether that is. Oh, that's cream. I need 2 of the pin type ones, just there. And then I need an innie and an outie. So we've got those. And I need a seam ripper. I just like to, oh, there it is. I just like to put the seam ripper in very gently and just make a little slit. And this is the top. So I'm putting the button type cam snap just there. And then on the other side, I'm going to put my outie, which is there. Let's move those over. And then I'm going to pop that onto my Vario. And then I'm just going to press that down nice and easily. So my first button is ready there. And then on the bottom here, I'm looking for my mark here. And just give that a little slit. And then this time, the button one needs to go from the inside. So let's just pop that in. Oh, it's easier to look. See where I made that hole? Just there, I think. Not quite. Not quite. There it is. So there's the little spike has come through. And then I can put that top one on there. And again, I'm just holding it, pop it into the holder. I've got my fingers on the top and I'll just press that down. And I've got the second part in place and ready to pop. So there it is, just as simple as that. Now I could pop a label on. I've got these on the website. Oh, that's a silver one. So you could pop that on. I'm not going to change it over to the rivet one, but you can pop rivets in there and that just sets it off even more. So like this one has got a white label on it because I used a white cam snap. This one, I thought a silver one might be really, really nice. So that could be fitted on there as well. Okay, so all done. Very, very easy. Gosh, we've done that quite quickly, haven't we? And I'd only got my shape cut out, basically. Abracadabra. Okay, Wendy. Hello, Elaine. Oh, hello, Virginia. Well, look, you are on holiday. Oh, you're frozen. Oh, there's Caroline. Hello. Back now. Yes. Hello, Sue. Oh, mobile fish and chips. Oh. Okay. You've got a frozen. It didn't. Oh, no, I didn't see it. Hello, Judith. So some of you must. I did have a minimal one, but usually you don't notice that it comes straight back again. The Vario machine is good. I don't sell them anymore, but they are cheaper than a green machine by probably £35. But a green machine is much, much heavier. I wouldn't do this to my green machine and think nothing of it. And what you have is little The green machine has metal dies that fit in. These are a good solid plastic or acrylic, and you can swap them out. So this one is the cam snap with that little bit there. This comes out of the top as well. So I can just pull that top one out there. So that's a little part that fits with it. And it just pushes in and holds firmly in there. The bottom one just sits there. That's it. So that one is held in. And then the other one I use all the time is a rivet one as well. So, caught the tail end, did you? Okay, who's that? That's Margot. Hello, Margot. What page do we use for a friend? To Trisha. Yeah, I should have said that, shouldn't I? It's Trisha Ablett, which is Tricia. So not like So Totally Trisha with SHA. It's TRICIA and Ablett, ABLETT. So it's like my email address, triciaablett@hotmail.com. So TRICIA, Ablett. And that's where you'll find me. I think you will probably, and the profile actually, because once upon a time, there were 2 other profiles which were cloned ones, not me at all. But my one says Trisha Ablett, and then in brackets, it says So Totally Trisha. So I think probably if you search So Totally Trisha, it might come up amongst that as well. So, yes. Does it do metal snaps? I don't know if there is I don't think it does, to be quite honest. I'll have a look into that. Heather, yes, there is a template and it's in the group. So it's in the files already. But on the other hand, Sue, yes, you can use plastic in the green machine because there is a cam snap set of dies for doing with the green machine. I don't know if I've got mine on there or it's behind the fabric. So yes, you can. And the green machine has got a lot more dies. It will put magnetic clasps on that have not the ones with the normal magnetic with the forks with those prongs. They don't have those. They have a different bit which sits onto another one. It will do rivets. It will do eyelets. All sorts. I think there is one that does eyelets with this, but can you recommend something for me? Oh, blimey. Don't know what that is. Anyhow, so yeah, I do like this because it's lightweight. Saying that, the Prim plier punch, which I haven't got to hand, but they're like pliers which you hold with your hand. I do like that as well because that's very, very easy to just pop those snaps on without having to perhaps change the dies. And but the punch is difficult for those with dexterity problems, which is why this machine is really easy to use. I mean, that just presses down very, very easily and it's done. It's not hard work. But then on the other hand, the green machine is not hard work either. It is just a lot heavier than this is. But this is very robust. I know it's not going to break, takes up less space, sits on your table, easy to use. So, yeah, I think John Lewis sell them for £135. They have gone up of late, but hasn't everything. So, yes, that is the fitting the cam snap. So that is there, and that is there. Yeah, so as you say, Liz, yeah, you can use plastic ones with your green machine. So the green machine also does pop the metal poppers, not a cam snap, but it will do the ones with the special dies for them. But it will do the ones that I've used on some of the bags that I've made with a cap just like that, but it has a second like a rivet. Yes, Patsy definitely recommends a Vario for arthritic hands. Most definitely, it does help greatly. And you can just crack on doing as many as you want. Okay, so I hope you liked that. And what I was going to say earlier is this one. So it is cute, isn't it? So I don't know if you watched yesterday, but I know a lot of you did because a lot of you have joined the next sew along, which is on the 26th and 27th of April. And this is what we will be making for that sew along. And this is one of the options. This is Bluebird. I haven't got the other ones to hand and I haven't finished them off yet, but I will show you again probably next week. But this is what the next sew along is. It is a triple zipped pouch, zipped pocket pouch with compartments in between. There's no gaps at the bottom, so nothing can fall out of the sides. And it has that concertinaed side panel, which took an age to work out. And that is, it's on the website and it's in there's 5 colours in total. And there's a deep coral. There is a jade. Oh, let's just pop that on there. Jade, cream, and it's not navy. Jade, cream, coral, and just trying to look at what they are. Perhaps blue. You did, Janet. Yeah, I decided that I'm doing some of the pouches or purses that we did in the swap group, but considering there were perhaps only 70-ish members and we've got well over 200 members in the group, there will be a lot of people that haven't seen them before. Mustard, thank you, Dorothy. You're on the ball, aren't you? Yes. So there they all are, all on the website. For Sew with Trisha members, there is a discount code. Don't forget to use it. There's also a workshop only option, so you provide your own fabric. There is also the discount code you can use on that as well. And it will be, oh, thank you, Linda and Gita. There will be over 2 days. So we shall do it on the Saturday, the 26th, at 2 o'clock. And then on Sunday, the 27th at 2 o'clock as well. Just to try and ease it for you. Yes, there is, Sandra. There's a workshop only option available. And that is also on the website. Did you see my... Yes. I don't know why that was. I looked down one and I couldn't see it. So I don't think that's on everyone, but I didn't get a chance to look down. The first one I looked down, I couldn't see it. It's on others. I'll sit down perhaps tonight if I get a little bit of peace. Who knows? And have a look through all of the options to see where it says. But as I say, I don't think it said it on every one because I did read it down. Obviously, I copied and pasted, didn't I? And I thought I had changed what I needed to change, but obviously not. But I'll have another look, Patricia. Thank you for pointing that out because it shouldn't say that at all. But you can see I copied it from the Bounty Bag one because I couldn't, my head wasn't in the mood of thinking, oh, what do I need to write? Have I written it all? Oh, I've forgotten that. So that's why. Okay, you're at the Who concert. Oh, you have Caroline. Yes. So that is there. So it's about a month away because we are the 28th today. Yeah. So yesterday it was just under the month or just a month. So you have got time. I said the workshop only option will be open until the Friday. Absolutely fine. But the other one will be about 10 days. The 17th of April will be the deadline because obviously I'll need to get kits cut and out by then. And I haven't set up the group yet. So there will be a special Facebook group, which will be Sew Along with, I think it said Sew Along Online, the Carry-All, that's all it's going to say. But I will set that group up and I'll put a link in both Sew Trisha Sews and Sew with Trisha, so that any of you that have already paid will be able to request to join and I'll approve you. So within the group, I will put beforehand, it won't be immediate, but I will put beforehand the requirements, what you'll need, what the dimensions of the fabrics you will need, so that you can, if you're doing the workshop only, you'll be able to prepare it beforehand, should you want to sew along. You don't have to be available on the day or perhaps only one of the days if you don't want to be or can't be, because I will make sure, although that live will probably disappear after a month, I will download it or upload it to YouTube and pop it back into the group so that it's there for you. So that is that. Take a look, have a think about it. Righty-ho. It's very quiet out there. I'm sure that Charlie is keeping an eye on them. I can't see what they're doing. They're perhaps upstairs. Well, I don't think they're wrecking the bedroom. But I'm sure they're behaving very, very well. So I'm going to leave you there. The voice is still not wonderful. Sort of, whoa. Too much talking. Thank you, Beverly. You have a lovely weekend too. So yes, enjoy the rest of your evening and the weekend. I shall be back on Tuesday. No, I shall be back Monday, and we'll do it at 6 o'clock on this page for the giveaway. So Monday at 6, I will put a menu up this week. Monday at 6. On Tuesday, it will be the brand new bag, which I shall be making this weekend. Thursday, I may very well put a rewind on the So Totally Trisha page. And then on Friday, I'll have a little project or something to keep you occupied. I'm thinking Easter now because Easter's not too far. It's catching up on us, isn't it? Oh, yes, happy Mother's Day to those that are. And don't forget to change the clocks on Saturday into Sunday evening. Thank you, Sharon. I did notice that as well. It will be lovely to see you. So, yes, so next Friday I might do an Easter project. I have drawn some nice little bunnies, which I think could make something quite cute. So, and that will be early Easter Monday, I think is the 21st. So it'll give a little bit of time to be able to make something if you wanted to. Yes, thank you everybody for joining us. You have been great company tonight, and thank you, Jeeta. Thank you all. As I say, take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Oops.